Hey guys, so today we are going to be going over the Konami banned and forbidden list. The new list came out on Friday and will be effective on January 1st of 2014 to March 31st, 2014. So we're just going to go over the cards and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what they mean to the game and what Konami's sort of trying to do by limiting, banning, bringing back certain cards and things like that. So obviously, there are no new cards banned effect monsters, no new banned fusions, synchros, or exceed monsters. There is, however, one new banned spell, and that is Dragon's Ravine. This card, I kind of feel bad for the Dragunity players because Dragon Ravine wasn't hit because of them. It was hit because Dragon Rulers abused the crap out of this card. And, we can be honest here, is that it actually was a fairly unfair card. However, it's what allowed Dragonities to go off and be the dominant force that they were and get their synchros out. But really, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me whether this is gone. I never used Dragonities and I never liked Dragon Rulers, so you know, whatever. And then we go to the traps. There's a few new banned ones. So obviously, Return from the Different Dimension. This was a one-card OTK, and it wasn't fair because Dragon Rulers again abused it. I feel that Chaos decks will suffer because of this a little bit, but whatever. So, and then Self-Destruct button. This was just a tie card, so if you knew you were going to lose, you just activated this card and you tied. I'm kind of happy this is gone because it, was a bit of a troll card. And obviously, Sixth Sense being gone, that was a necessity. They needed to do that because so many cards, so many decks would just abuse that so hard. Next, we're going on to the limited. So the limited cards we have Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, and we'll just skip ahead a little bit here. Redox, Tempest, and Tidal were also all hit on the list. So this deck is pretty much unplayable now because their Dragon Ravine is gone, the Return is gone, and all the dragons are down to one. I don't even know if you really want to tech these guys in certain decks. I mean, like Mermails would use Tidal, and like Redox was used in Gadgets, and Tempest was used in Dragonities, and like Blaster was used in like Battle and Boxers, and the occasional Fire King and stuff like that. I don't even know if these cards are even remotely techy now, just because there's only one of them. Anyway, I'm happy that the deck's actually dead. So next, Debris Dragon, back to one. He's in here, I think, just to sort of weaken the new plants that are coming out, but he's also in here pretty much to stop that one turn Black Rose, which we all love so much. And this card is, I'm actually so happy to see that this card is here. Magician of Faith. Magician of Faith is a great card, although I find that the format's decently fast enough that if you're actually needing to use this card to tech it in and get your Dark Hole back, or your needed spells, then you really shouldn't be using that deck because it's too slow in this format. Next we'll move on to the spells. So Divine Wind of the Mist Valley and Final Countdown. I'm really happy that Final Countdown is here because it eliminates a troll deck. Sacred Stores of 7 Stars, in here pretty much all because of Dragon Rulers. And Spellbook of Fate. This is probably the most surprising card for me on the list. Because Konami's basically saying, they took away Spellbook's best card. Will it really make a difference to them? That's debatable. Because they're still a really strong deck. They still have a lot of plays that they can do. They still have their Blue Boy and all their other spell books, and the deck searches so well that I don't think that one, and they can recycle it. So I'm pretty sure that putting it down to one won't really kill the deck. It will weaken it, but and no new limited traps. So we move on to the now new semi-limited cards. We have Lone Flyer Blossom and Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer's in here because they're trying to promote the crap out of Chaos decks, and Lone Fire Blossom is in here to promote the new plants. They only brought him back, I think, because they couldn't bring any of the other plants back because they were going to help the old plants, the synchro spammy ones. So what they did by bringing this one back is they basically said, all right, we're going to help out the new plants, the Shinras, that are coming out, and they also eliminated the two hardest decks for them to beat. So I think that they're going to become tier 1. I think Gravekeepers are going to become tier 1 because a lot of cards didn't really hurt them. There's no cards that really hurt them on this list. And yeah, I think that they're going to be really good this format. And I think the Shinras will be better than people think they will be. And now, on no longer onto the list, we have Arc Lord Christia. This card should have been back a long time ago. Agents aren't a thing anymore. Mizuki and Plague Spreader at 3 apiece now. That's shocking because zombies are going to be a huge thing in this new format. People are going to love to abuse Plague Spreader. Actually, a friend of mine uses it in his Lightsworn deck. I'm not really familiar with the Lightsworn, so I don't know if that's really a staple card for them. But Lightsworns will probably use this card a little bit with the new support coming up for them. And Mizuki will be used in Zompires and Zombies and Vampires to get out obviously your Vampires in your Vampire deck or your other Zombies in your Zombie deck. So him back to 3 is great support for the Zombies. And then we have moved to TG Striker. Sure, that card should have been back a while ago. TGs aren't really a good thing anymore. Tour Guide, sure. Tour Guide at 3, I can see that just because Sangan's no longer around. So they can't abuse that. So people will probably just just run the 2 Tour Guides. Maybe they'll run 3 and the Tour Bus. I don't know. Constellar Calamity M7. This card is great. And I'm really happy to see it back, actually. And then Fire Formation Tenki. So obviously they want Fire Formations and Fire Fists to come back and be a dominant force. Plus, they're also trying to push Bujins, and they're also trying to boost the Constellars. So yeah, this was my little talk about what the Forbidden Unlimited list is. And I think the cards that will be dominant in the next ban list are going to be probably your Zombies, maybe your Vampires. Mermails didn't get touched this list, except for Tidal. So I think that they'll actually still be really dominant. I think the Shinras will be good. I think Lightsworns and Gravekeepers are going to be just not fun. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.